Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. And I hope you've all been happy, healthy, and well, guys. This is what I want to hear. Um, so I already recorded a video with these two cards, and it's interesting. I was about to go into something else, and it didn't feel like it wanted to go. It didn't feel like it was right to go either. It felt like it wanted to stay. And what it feels like is there is another message in regards to these energies. But it's interesting how it completely changed. The last video was more about, or the last message was more about, jobs and kind of toxic work culture, that kind of stuff. This is more now feeling like, I think I'll maybe title this, maybe like a message from the universe, something like that. And what this is in regards to is now I feel the energy has shifted towards beware of people who are, I feel, in love with themselves. This is the kind of energy that I'm feeling. For those of you who watched the last video, you'll remember what the cards were. So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Cycles card in reverse. It's an energy of like, okay, this now, it really feels like beware of people who are in love with themselves, okay? Now, there's a big difference, okay, between, one of those kind of buzzwords that you see around and hear a lot nowadays is self-love, okay? I don't want to go so far as to say that it's an overused term, but it may be that maybe some people misunderstand it or take it to an extreme, okay? There's a difference between self-love and someone who loves themselves, okay? In this sense, it's more, this is coming out in an energy of like somebody who is very vain, or vain people, and, people who are more, they will do whatever it takes to get what they want or look for people to serve their agenda, okay? This is people like who are basically selfish. That would be, one word to describe them, but it goes a little deeper than that. And it's more like, these are people, because there are selfish people out there, right, who don't necessarily have a hidden agenda or anything. They're just selfish. This is more like a person, man or woman, who has a very calculated approach to their life. And I feel like it's more, they look for people who will serve their needs or fit their agenda, but only their agenda. The word compromise, the word compassion, the word kind of like there are other people as well in the world, and we have to be considerate of that. It doesn't really exist to them. These are the types of people who will take advantage of you. If, in other words, if you allow them to. These are people who, maybe like they're in love with themselves and they exploit other people's goodwill, good energy, even their skills. Like people who, let's say people who see that maybe you're very good at something that they want to be good at. And the only reason why they keep you around is because you have that skill. Or because they can learn something from you. There's a difference. I felt the difference in the energy, doing what I do when I read people. There's a difference between, people who really value you for who you are and aren't there just because, you may be this, you may be successful, you may be this. There are some people who just want a piece of it, okay? Or they only keep you around more to use you for that. Now, also, it's coming out here in a way, like, beware of people who, again, who have these agendas, but more in the relationship sense, okay? Where you can very easily, if you don't recognize it or, don't have clear boundaries, these are people who seek to, I don't know if I want to say dominate others, but it's more like an energy of you have something that I need or that I like or that I want, and I'm going to, take advantage of that or use you for it. And in other words, the way the energy is coming out is this is a very kind of selfish, one-sided energy. Your needs do not matter. Also, what I'm feeling is this is someone who is maybe very charming, very kind of knows how to stoke people's weaknesses or stoke their ego in order to appeal interested or to appear like they are good intentioned when in fact their intention is more this pinnacle. It's more either to get money or to get attention or to feed their own ego. I also feel it as an energy here of like, how do I say this? These are people who will walk all over others in the world in order to succeed. These are people like who will come at you or others, let's say, for friendship, claiming that, these are my friends or, you're my friend now. But this person will not hesitate to, once they've gotten what they wanted or once they've gotten an opportunity or, I don't know, the attention that they want, they will not hesitate to drop or discard of the person that they claimed to be friendly with, to like, to love, whatever. It can go in many different directions. This is also an energy here of like somebody with very ambitious energy, but it's coming out in a more unhealthy way, a more like I'm going to use people kind of way to get where I want to be. And I feel like the message that's coming out here from the universe, be very careful of kind of getting into relations with these types. It will be very appealing. It will look very like they care about you and like they have good intentions, but their intentions are for themselves. And I feel like it's a message to be very cautious about getting involved too deeply with them, either in business, on a more emotional level, on a more intimate level, especially in business, because these are the types that are more like, but they'll it's kind of like a business, but they will backstab, they will leave to do their own thing. I don't know how to say that in another way. They're only worried about building themselves up and getting what they want rather than partnerships. Partnership doesn't work with them. For them, partnership is more of a stepping stone. They won't hesitate to step on you, lie to you, betray you, discard you to get where they want to be. This is also an energy of, it's very kind of, I don't know if I want to say narcissistic or, borderline sociopath, but this is this kind of energy that is coming out. So I feel like I want to say beware, not beware as in be afraid, but be aware of the intentions of people around you, especially ones, who stoke your ego and claim this, that, and the other thing in order to get ahead in the world. There are legitimate ways to do that, and there are illegitimate ways to do that. This is somebody who, in other words, like the ends justify the means. Let me see. See, this feels like a warning in a way of not falling victim to other people's ambitions. or being a part, of their game, of their world, of their, and what it really feels like is I'm seeing an energy of like, like a smoke screen and hearts and not even hearts and flowers. It's more like very shiny world. This can be someone also who's very active on social media. They may post a lot and share a lot about how wonderful and how this and that and how grateful they are and how dedicated they are to what they do. And, I don't keep, people around me who aren't motivated, and I want motivated people. It's all a smoke screen, in a way. And what they do is they try to make themselves look very humble when they're not. Humility doesn't need to broadcast these things on a daily, if not hourly basis. Let me get some other energy with this. I feel like it's an energy to just stay aware and don't become, like, in other words, don't think that this person or these types of people are loyal to you in any sort of way. Don't think that you're their friend. Be friendly, but don't let them be your friend. See how to deal with these types. High Priestess. So see, this is an energy of wisdom, of silence, of, understanding both the light and the dark. If anything, I feel more of an energy here. There's the Chariot. See, it's funny, I said the light and the dark. There's the white horse and the black horse. There's kind of an energy here of emotionally, you need to keep distant from them. Like realize, maybe what they are doing and keep a healthy distance from them, because this is the type that will use you in any way they can and kind of make it seem like they're not. It's very deceptive. Honestly, the best way I feel to deal with these types is the 6 of Wands. Feels like a victory, but the horse, the way I see it, on the way it fell out, here's this. The horse is going away, walking away, or, on a different path than this person, kind of ignoring in a way. Like, don't allow yourself to be or get close to that person or to let them benefit off of you. And I'm not saying like not to teach them, but this is like an energy of someone who will take it and kind of, run like they're looking for knowledge or wisdom in a way, but going about it in a very sneaky way. See, look at that, the 5. This is an energy of someone who, again, I feel is very troubled inside. These people are often very troubled inside. Stay far away. There's an energy of like denying emotions. I feel it is like, it's almost very sociopathic, but it may not be as severe, but it's someone who's kind of hurting inside, but using that to take advantage of people. Again, they may be very charismatic, very persuasive, like they may appear even, to be interested in how you're feeling, how's your life going, but their end game is either money or attention, or in a way, it could even be like fame, quote unquote. Yeah, no. You see the way this page is drawn? It feels like they're more in love with themselves and with money and material things than what actually matters. The Moon. They will not hesitate to... Look at that. Manipulation. They will not hesitate. You're kind of coming out as like a pawn in their game, or this is how they view people. So be very careful with those types, and do not hesitate to either A, call them out, or B, just kind of stay away. Don't allow yourself to become like a part of their game, or put yourself in a position to be hurt or used. Because these are the types of people that are not trustworthy. They will, in other words, like, use what you know against you. Or, you know, even there's an energy coming through of like stealing someone's ideas and using it for themselves and not giving credit. It's all very self-serving. And that's why the cycles card, I feel, is reversed. Because, in other words, it could become a negative cycle or a negative, I don't know, way of life for you or for us if we fall victim to them, the deceivers. And that goes for relationships, friendships, business. Keep them at bay. Give them a little, but don't give them everything. There's the Empress. Beautiful Empress card. I also see it as someone who, you know, there's an energy here of somebody who looks for people who are, I don't know, more well off or even more like mature than them, emotionally mature, but they want to kind of bypass it, their own experiences, or I know what I want to say too. This is like someone who associates with good people or with good, to make themselves feel like they're this. I don't know how to say that in a more clear way. I know what I feel, but maybe I'm not expressing it properly. Like, in other words, they want to be around good people or important people because it makes them feel important. It's like the easy way to get what they want rather than doing it themselves. They're more interested in their own success. See, and there's this material, Five of Pentacles, like this material want, material need. That's what fuels them. Need for attention, validation. And they may be types, again, that act like they don't need it, but they do. A lot of it. Ooh, look at this. 10 of Wands and Sword. Stay away from these types. Or make sure you know their number and whatever you do, give to them. Because sometimes, again, you may work with these people, okay? You need to be very aware of that. And I feel, don't include them in your personal life. Keep them far away from that because they will use you. Don't allow yourself to be used in business or in friends, relationships. This is also somebody even who, you know, may have a platform, may already have some notoriety, but then, you know, who kind of takes advantage of other people's ideas and claims that they're their own, or even products, these kinds of things, because they know they can. They know how to work people. There's almost an energy coming out with this Knight of Wands, of Swords. Whenever, the first time I saw him, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm good, bro. No, I'm good. Thank you. So I feel like that's the best way to deal with this and keep them at a very safe distance. But don't become a part of their game. All right? So I hope this message resonated with somebody out there and helps. And I'm sending you much love. Bye-bye now.